What is good? What is good, everybody? Happy fucking Wednesday, guys. I hope everybody is crushing their week. I know we are. Closed 47 grand yesterday, technically 50K assignment fee, had to pay a double close fee, transaction lenders, all that bullshit. But got that one done, and we closed 15K as well yesterday. That'll be funding this morning. So we're feeling good out here. Not too bad. Not too bad. Not a bad week.
Let's go.
Yes, sir.
Good
How you
shit,
living
brother.
today, bro?
I'm living, brother. Grateful to be here. Ready to make some calls, talk to some sellers, lock some shit up. We got our big deal reassigned.
Can we break that down?
Yeah. So had our 10 unit assigned for a $75,000 fee. Buyer came back to us after speaking with lenders, and he did get approval for his loan, but his origination fees were like, I don't know, just going to be too big for him. Threw off his numbers, and he was like, listen, I either need to not close on this, or I'm going to have to partition each unit out and close on each one individually over like a couple of months span. And so he didn't fully back out, but obviously that just isn't going to work for our seller, and by extension doesn't work for us. So we started reaching out to other interested buyers, and yesterday we got a reduction signed by the seller. So original purchase price was $2,655,000, and he signed an amendment reducing the price yesterday to $2,270,000. So almost what is that, a $400,000 reduction, and then got a buyer on board, assignment signed yesterday, and now it'll be for an $80,000 fee. So shit
How
my
long is that
pants
close?
for a couple of days. Closing is scheduled on or before July 14th, so just in a couple of weeks we should get this closed.
No fucking way.
Yeah, EMD should get posted today, and for me that's going to be the
Will get
barometer.
posted today.
Right, that's the barometer for me to see if this person's really serious. They say they're serious. They were trying to move fast, so we got them locked in, and we'll
I
get
mean, they
EMD
signed the
collecting.
assignment. How much is the EMD?
They signed my assignment. It's 1% of purchase price, so it'll be 27. Yeah, what, 27
That's the
or
way to do it,
22,000.
bro.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way to fucking do it, bro.
And it's
So,
completely non-refundable. They wanted to have it contingent upon appraisal and inspection. And then last night they asked me to sign their assignment contract, and I was like, listen, he said the lender needs it, and I said, listen, that's fine. I'm willing to get whatever paperwork in place that the lender needs, but like I need you to sign my assignment because I've been using it for 5 years, right? And I wrote it in a certain way so there's no inspection contingencies, and EMD goes hard as soon as it's deposited. And he's like, fine, we'll sign it if that's what you want. And I said, it is. And so they signed that, and then we'll get this other document that the lender needs in place today and get that over to the lender to keep them happy and appeased. And then
as long as
basically,
that document doesn't have any other contingencies in it, then you're good.
yeah.
Let's just make sure it doesn't have any contingencies in it, and as long as it's just like whatever it is they got to sign, get it done.
Yeah,
It might just
we
be a
will.
purchase agreement.
We'll get that. It's like some California document, some official document that they use out there in Cali. So we'll get the lender what they need, and then yeah, I mean, fucking 2.5 weeks, get this thing closed out, and then yeah, we'll be sitting pretty. That'll be by far the biggest fee we've ever done, and I have an opportunity. I could either keep the 80K, which I might do, or I've kind of built a pretty good relationship with the seller, and he owns a lot more units in that development and in other areas of California. And he's like, listen, bro, if you could do me a solid, and he straight up asked me, this is the first time I've been asked this question by a seller. He's basically like, give me some money from your fee so I can make more on my end, and then I will sell you my next properties when I'm ready in like the next 6 months or so. So it's like, I could keep the 80 because contractually it's mine, or I could maybe send him 5, 10K and lock in that relationship, make a friend, make 70K, and then make another 70K in the next 3 to 6 months. So that's an opportunity that I have. But Joey said maybe we just get that anyways because we closed on this deal, and I hear that.
Nelson, you're muted, by the way. I can't hear you on our end.
No, sir.
This is my opinion on this, guys. Like, what's going to build the relationship and make the seller happy is delivering on what he promised. He told this seller that he's going to get them the 2.27, whatever it is. So now you go and get the seller his full 2.27. It's not being greedy at all, because the guy's getting 2.27 million. It's not like he's getting 100,000 here. You know what I mean? And then on the back end of it, yeah, bro, you keep. If it comes down to it, you're at the closing table and it's like, no, I'm not closing unless you give me another $5,000. You give them the $5,000. It is what it is. Yeah. But $5,000 is not going to make or break this relationship when you're going to perform on it. When I'm guessing he probably already had this under contract with other people who couldn't perform on it, obviously. And now he's willing to do it with you. So it's like, it's not that you're being greedy here. It's that you earn this money now. So it's your time to make it. You gotta see that.
No, it's true, and I definitely see that perspective, and I hear you. And I did earn it, going back and forth with the last buyer and then the seller, and the seller losing a bit of confidence when I told him this. The first buyer basically can't do what he said he could do. So yeah, we earned it for sure. And
Can you hear me now?
would be, yes, sir.
You know what my opinion would be if I could chime in?
Absolutely.
I know you told me yesterday, but what doesn't make sense is you're getting all this money from this and you want 5 or 10 to lock in the friendship. I don't really understand that part. But in our negotiating world that we live in as wholesalers, I would tell them, hey, here's what I would love to do, right? Because this is a business transaction. We got the deal closed, like Joey said, for you. Right now, we're taking that 80K and we're actually closing on a 24 unit ourselves that we're going to hold in our name. And this is kind of maybe some of the numbers on it. So that's where we're rolling it to. If you have another project that's something similar to that, we would love to roll the 80K right into what you've got going on, right? But right now, we've got to take that and pivot. So if you have something on the table that you can bring to the table with some of your other projects, we have 80K liquid. We've raised some other funds. We can get some numbers done for you, or we've got to roll it over the 24 unit project that we're doing. That's what I would tell them. Like, hey, do you want your money back? Here's the way. Here's a path to getting your money back. You don't want your money back? That's great. We've got to roll and pivot and go this other way. That's all I would tell them. It's business, right? We're not, it's not to be buddies at the end of the day, but that's how I would pitch it to them is if I were in your situation.
Yeah, I don't hate that. And it's funny that you even say that because I was thinking about that 24 unit last night. I'm talking to a couple of lenders right now. And I was just like, there's a reality where we close on this 80K and we literally we pay everybody their commissions and their dues, and then we roll the rest of it straight into this 24 unit, either as a down payment or what have you.
Or there's a world where you sell the 24 unit and we don't close on it. And this dude is like, well, hey, I've got another 40 units, 20 units. I'll do a seller finance if you give me 200. Well, we already got 80. You know what I'm saying? So I would leverage it because you've already closed with them. It's in California. We know that rents are probably going to be better there than in Oklahoma, right? So I'm not saying that we take one over the other, but I would leverage it hard with them. Like, hey,
I will say one thing though. I ain't going to be a landlord in California. I can tell you guys that much. They would have to pay me to be a landlord in California. Flips I'll do in California. Big wholesales I'll do that too.
I never landlord there. I would imagine that blue state there. You can't. That's
like trying to be a landlord in fucking New York or New Jersey. I'm good. I'm sorry. Yeah, money's good right there. It's better in Oklahoma.
Don't listen to me.
This is the way I look at it, guys. If I'm going to buy a property that's a rental property in California versus I'm going to buy a rental property in Oklahoma, the rents in California, you're right, Nelson, they're going to be higher. But the purchase price is going to be double. Versus, like, maybe in Cali on a single, I could get $3,000 a month. You know what I mean? Where in Oklahoma, the most I probably could get is $2,000. But to get that $3,000 a month, I'm probably paying $600,000-$700,000. Versus, like, in Oklahoma, I could pay 100 to 200 grand max. So it's like
Well,
if we
the
could
goal,
get
and the goal is to just leverage the relationship. We don't even, like you said, we don't even have to take the California properties. Just leverage that relationship. Say, hey, I've got to roll this money, but we've done this deal, we've closed. I've got the buyers for you, so give me the numbers on the next one, and let's get it done. And
That's it.
on that one, right? My assignment fee, I'm willing to take less.
Yeah.
You know how the sellers
Maybe.
are always like, just get this deal done, make a little bit less, and then I'll give you more. No,
We've
I'm
reversed
gonna make what I'm gonna make on this deal, and then on the next one I'll take less. How about that? You switch to the rules on them because they
That's
always
fair.
do that bullshit. They're like, no, pay me retail for this one, and then the next three I'll give you at a discount. Well, then why wouldn't you give me this one at a discount?
All right, it's Joey's time on the seat. So what happened yesterday with AZ? Did you? I didn't. I know you were telling me a little bit, but what ended up?
I didn't get them back on the phone, so I got to call them again this morning. It's either gonna be we're gonna get it done. He knows I'm gonna wholesale it and everything.
Yeah.
Really cool guy. They just got screwed over by another wholesaler. It sounds like. So we'll see. I mean, it was like a maybe. It wasn't like a yes. It wasn't a no. I'm at their number, but he's like, I got to think about it. I got to talk to my wife.
What number did you get him down to?
560 or 460. I probably can move it like.
I was gonna say you could probably go to 465, 470 if it closes the deal. The property is worth 570.
It's worth like there's as is comp selling for like 520.
Yeah.
I don't think we're gonna move it that high because ours is on a fucking main road.
Uh,
But that's like the downfall in this one. Is
Gotcha.
It's on a main road. Like we're gonna have to market it like on a main road. Good investment opportunity.
yeah. Oh, dude, yeah. Main road sucks. I did that in Atlanta on a flip, and it was a nightmare.
Yeah, because people don't want their kids running out into the street. Just how it
Yeah.
goes.
I don't want my kids running out in the street.
Dude, I love AI and automations. This makes life so much fucking better. We just put a dispo automation in that now once the buyers get our deal, we used to just like text blow them up until they got the deal, like until they answered. Now once they answer, they're going to get an automated text every day for 5 days, basically just seeing if they looked at the deal.
There we go. That's what I'm saying, dude. I think you got to get on this automation wave while it's here, because eventually it'll just be built in every system. But
You
gotta
need to,
catch-
bro. My boy Kai did his thing with the fucking investor plug, so we've been chilling on that since I got it. And I told him the other day this shit made a big difference in my business. We would not be assigning the deals we are right now. Made a difference on both sides. Acquisitions, you guys see how much I'm on the phone now. Like it's not like I'm sitting here just calling people, calling. Like why is no one answering? People answer now. And then on the dispo side, where just the marketing is getting out to 1,000 more people per deal than it used to, just by the mere fact that we have the text automations. Because a human can only physically call so many people in a day. But if you have the other shit going out, fuck, then it gets dangerous.
let's see what we
Guys,
got.
I have no idea what's in this juice. It's supposed to be some detox concoction, but pray for me. Some Colombian bullshit.
I'm putting something in the chat. I don't know if you guys reached out to this guy yesterday, but he's got multiple properties in different areas. It sounds like when my guy spoke with him, but this is one that he had.
Is this the same Jackson guy that I got?
Is this that's not his name. This is a Jackson. I guess I don't know if you got it yesterday.
I have a deal in Jackson, so I'm gonna take this, John. If I can call it, see what we can do.
Let me go get the rest of his info real quick. My computer's moving slow.
Love you, Jordan.
It's all good, brother. Lock them up.
You were snoozing, so you lost on that one.
Nah, it's all good. I was doing some other shit. I got to make a quick phone call.
Oh yeah.
Not related to business, real quick. But,
Do your thing.
brother, when you win, I win. So lock this
That's a
fella up.
Fact.
We in together.
That's
I was
how
talking to
family
one of
works,
my-
brother.
I was talking to one of my close boys out here in Colombia yesterday, and he was like, you've been like about me is like, dude, you've been on fire recently. You've been just fucking going in, been getting all these wins, whatever. He's like, I love it because he's like, when you're winning, I'm starting to win. He's like, my fucking business is starting to blow up. He's like, it's just fucking contagious. So it is true when you surround yourself with people that are doing real shit, it really does make a difference in what's going on around you.
Absolute facts, brother. And we say it, proximity is power, man. And people have been saying it for years and years. Like, you're the culmination of the 5 people that you spend the most time around. You know what I mean? If you're around 5 millionaires, you're going to be the 6th. If you're around 5 bums who are couch surfing and partying all weekend, you're going to be the 6th. So, yeah, I'm grateful for the proximity to y'all 2 boys and everybody else in our community and our network. Yeah, it's been good. I just love seeing y'all win. Fuck yeah.
Hey man,
That
when
should
you're
be
around
our
people that
community
want to push
slogan,
you
bro.
forward, that's what happens. I got up and I walked my 1.5 miles today because Shirtless is gonna be up on the stage. So it's like we all gotta come. We all gotta start getting ourselves in the right direction. The thing is, money can't be the end all be all, right? We're all gonna be making money doing deals together, but health and wealth is key as well. So we got to be there for our family.
That's the biggest thing. And if our health ain't right, nothing else is right. Like,
There
we
you
can't work as good. Our brains don't function as good. All of it. So that's why I gladly got my ass kicked by my trainer this morning. It was fun, painful. I cried a little bit, and then we made it through.
I need to hire me a fucking trainer soon, bro. Let's go, Rita.
Rita. Money making
Rita.
lenses. And Dean. What's good, my brother Dean? Morning, fellas. Let's get it. Nelson, did you put the number in there? Oh, you did.
Yeah, I put the name and the number in there. I think this guy's in Florida, but he has property there and here. So I would just see what's going on with this one, and then if it sounds like it's movable, maybe we can get on to his other ones. But I know this one I think was a decent one, if I have it remember correctly here.
Is this the same guy? He's in Texas? Yeah.
We've got, I don't know.
Jordan, I might have to give this back to you. This one was yours.
Oh, did you talk to him already?
Jordan already made contact.
With
but he's on.
I don't know.
Do it.
Hey, this one's you're calling about something in Mississippi now. I don't know where Jordan talked to him about it.
He talked to him about his property in Dallas. This dude owns properties everywhere. Jordan, do I take it?
You know what? Look up the property, because I think it says he's asking for 50. I just put in Zillow. It said 41. It might not be worth. No, I don't say not worth, but it might be.
It's always worth the call, Nelson.
Is this the blind guy? Hey, Jordan, what was the blind guy's name? Do you remember? Could have been that blind call. Oh. Well, here, in the meantime, we'll let him figure that out.
This dude's a wholesaler?
I think, is that guy? Oh, okay, never mind then. I got you. All right. Let me go.
I'm gonna call him. You guys will see how I deal with the wholesalers.
Well, I got another. Let me see. What is this one?
You got another one?
Let me see the zip. This is in my main area. If you lock this one up, it's sold tomorrow.
Yeah, my bad, fellas.
Oh, you're all good, brother.
Yeah, I think that dude is the wholesaler that I spoke to.
Oh, that's the blind guy then, right?
Is the wholesaler the blind guy? I don't remember.
Yeah. Hey, okay. You know what? Dub that one. Let's focus on this one just because I got a buyer in this market, and if we lock it, it's sold.
Richmond, Virginia. 450K. Can I lock it in at 450 with your buyer?
Well, I think the ARV is 500, so I don't think I think we got to get a little bit lower. Like, my guy will buy pretty much anything I send him if I can make it make sense, but I don't know if I can. 50K will make sense. Maybe if we can get it a little bit lower. I need to see the ARV on it.
All right.
But if you can lock it up at something decent, we could probably get it moved. If he doesn't buy it, he'll find somebody for me to buy it.
Jordan, you want this?
I'll take it. I mean, if you don't want it, I will call
I'll
it.
take it, or you can take whoever want to take it. I know I can outclose you, but
Fuck.
all right, rock paper scissors shoot for it right now. Let's go.
Alrighty. Wait,
It's
1, 2,
rock
3,
paper
shoot.
scissors shoot.
All right.
Okay. Rock paper scissors. Jordan, come on. What the fuck pace is
Brother.
that? You gotta say it. You gotta say it, bro.
Okay.
Rock,
Rock,
paper.
paper,
Okay.
scissors.
Hold on. We are off beat right now. We're like a fucking white man trying to sing a rap song right now. Come on.
Yeah, figure it out. Get your rhythm, brother.
Rock,
Rock,
paper,
scissors.
scissors, shoot.
You cheated.
I know. Well, you were going too slow. Go again. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Bro, you are fucking the definition of cheating right now.
What? Bro, I think there's a lag with your Colombian Wi-Fi, bro.
All right, ready? Last time. Last try.
Let me see.
Rock,
paper,
scissors,
shoot.
shoot. Rock,
paper,
scissors,
shoot.
shoot.
Oh,
I should have done scissors. Rock.
Here. I'll do it. I'll
Paper.
do it. Nobody go. I'm just gonna count to 3. On 3, you shoot out whatever you got.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
I won.
There it is.
We'll call it. Poor guy. Wait, what's their name, Nelson?
That would be helpful, right?
I think I might need that.
Yeah,
Yes,
I got
maybe.
you right here.
Okay. Government name. I'll say it on the live so we don't get banned. Let's get it. And Eddie, throw this John in there. Mauricio said, "Y'all are clowns." No, you just grew up too fast, Mauricio. That's what you are. Oh, this is a house phone.
Must be an older guy.
It's a nice house, though. I'm gonna have to put reminders to call this guy back because I can't put the text automation on him.
Hello. No one is available to take your call. Please leave a message after the tone.
Hey, Bobby, this is Joey calling. You spoke to one of my partners about your property yesterday. Just give me a call back when you have a moment, please, at 973. Again, that's 973. I know you weirdos can be trying to call me at like 2 in the morning and shit, so I gotta fucking block that out when I give out the phone number now.
Yo, for the 24 unit, we don't have a P&O for that, right? And I don't think we can get one because of the sober living situation.
Well, we just have to create one. All the P&L is what's the profit and what's the expenses for the loss.
Oh.
So like,
Well,
what we gotta get is all we need is fucking income, expenses. That's it. That's all they care about. And then cap rate. And then what could we potentially rent these things out for if we do any value add?
I feel like we have all that. I was gonna ask, do we keep it as a sober living facility, or
I think that's a better play. Get a whole bunch of fucked up people that are trying to be sober, put them in all of our apartments, and pray to God they pay rent.
yeah?
Well, I think the
I mean-
sober living, is that not paid for through?
No, it's paid by the church, bro. I'm just fucking
Yeah, their
around. That's
ministry
not the
pays
best. That's like the best case scenario you could have. That's like Section 8 without Section 8, without the government involvement, actually.
And I think the church may be getting the money from them.
The
So
government.
yeah, so
So all we got to do is just sit back and collect our checks, and there's fucking tax incentives.
Mhm.
I think there's a property tax exemption because it's sober living. Thank
I
you,
agree.
Oklahoma.
I think that's the case. Which, dude, yeah, I mean, if we just kept all tenants in place, acquired it, I mean, I don't know if we could raise rents for
Probably
the
not.
sober living.
part. You have
Yeah,
to
we-
write the city or whoever it's there and ask them that, hey, we need a cost of living raise. So that's how you do it. Yeah.
I got you.
Nelson's so knowledgeable when it comes to real estate, guys. It's fucking crazy sometimes.
Hey man,
I think he's
I
just
only
like-
know because I've done it. I've had the Section 8. So my Section 8 started off as not a sober living home, but just a veteran, like I don't know, like a group home type thing, but we were doing it for veterans. So I got that
Oh,
squared away. Then I had some veterans in there, and then I realized, okay, that's like a lot to manage all these people. I'm not there in the state. It's a lot to manage. So that cleared out. And then I put a Section 8 in there, and then I learned about what we need to do to get verified for Section 8. Then that lady lost her Section 8, but then I was like, dang, she's like, I lost my job. I'm so sorry. And I was like, oh my God, like, what am I doing? The Section 8 people still send me my money. They're like, oh, it doesn't matter if she has a job or not. Like, we still pay as long as she's looking for one. I was like, oh my God, I love this. So I just know because I've done it and been through it.
You
Most
own some
people think
Section 8s
Nelson's
right
just
now?
a lead guy.
What's
Nah,
up?
Nelson's a savant, bro.
No, I'm not a savant. I just, you know what? I told everybody growing up, my goal in life was to make the most amount of money with the least amount of work. So
I like that.
that's been my whole life goal. And so when I found wholesaling,
It's like, I achieved it.
when I found wholesaling, I found that I was really, really close. And now that I've put that and twisted that into a lead company, I found out that I'm just a little bit closer. So I'm still working on it. We're not there yet. But that's my goal in life. I would rather be hanging out with my wife and my kids and go to Colombia when I can and visit homies. I don't want to have to be
Go wakeboarding with the boys.
There you go. I just want to be able to live life is my goal.
Nah, I completely
But-
feel that. I do
I've
love
learned
work
that.
though. I do
Build
love
up
it
in-
now.
I love
like when I like it when I don't have to do it. Let's put it that way. When I have to do it, I kind of hate it. But when I don't have to do it, like when it's like free and deals are flowing and things are going good, and I can just sit here and negotiate like a fucking savage. Like that's so much fun. I love negotiating. I love getting my way. I think that's what it is.
We know that's true, brother.
That's a fucking fact if I've ever heard one.
Oh,
Fuck.
shit.
Let's see what we got.
Oh shit! I forgot there's some other. Okay, let me go back in here and see what else I can put in private
Yeah,
chat.
if you've got more, we might need another dump soon because I got to start sending out some more text campaigns. I'm seeing.
All right. Let me see this one. It's real quick.
Day 2 of waiting on wires.
Gotta love it, bro.
It's not a bad problem to have. I remember when I was waiting on a closing date to get scheduled, and they kept pushing it back, and I was just going from negative 100 to negative 200, negative 300. It's like, oh, prop streams too? Oh, fuck, there's another 120. Like, oh, those are the days. But we made it through. We made it through. That's all that matters.
That's marking. I need to start marking these.
Probably gonna get cursed out on this call, guys. I'm gonna go for it. I like getting cursed out on a Wednesday morning, so see if it goes that way.
Let's see how it goes. Alright, where are we at here? Shoot back AI.
Hello?
Hey Nathan, this is Joey calling back. I think we spoke about a month ago with your property in Clinton.
Okay, go on.
Yes, you're still looking to sell it?
I am.
Okay. What was the number that we left off at, or what were you asking for it again?
I don't remember giving you a number, but I can tell you what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
I'm looking.
No,
What?
no, I'm saying yeah, I was agreeing with you. What number were you looking for?
Probably about 420.
420.
Yeah.
Okay. And it was, you had done a lot of remodeling, right? Like it doesn't really need too much work, or it does still need a lot of work?
I think it needs just a fine point touch-ups.
Okay. And there was a chimney issue, you had that fixed, so like the roof, it's 10 years old, there's no work we have to do there, right?
That's correct.
Okay. And what's the time frame that you're looking to get this done in?
Well, right now nobody is living in the home, so really 30 days, 60 days, 30 days would be great.
Okay, now I'm remembering this. So this one's a lot bigger than most of the homes that have sold in this area.
Oh yes, it's about 4,600 square feet, has 7 bedrooms. It's a big house.
Okay.
Has a pool, outdoor kitchen.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you live out of state, right?
I live out of state currently, yes I do, in Florida.
Got it, okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking, I think as a cash offer, just because it's such a big house, I think this is one that would be like just too much of a risk for most investors. Just because it's like we're kind of going to be gambling on numbers when we go to resell it. But what I'm thinking I might be able to do, I don't know if I could be exactly at the 420. I might be able to come somewhat close to that, but I might be able to do it's basically like a white glove service that we offer where I would be throwing it up on the MLS. I would not be purchasing it myself. I would handle all of the commissions, rehabs, if any need to get done, or concessions. And then me and you would basically just agree on a net number. And it would, instead of usually a cash offer, we could close in 30 to 60 days. This would close in about 60 to 90 days maximum.
Okay, well, that's kind of beyond my time frame. So, I've dealt with a couple of others that kind of do what you do,
Okay.
and their offers were really insulting.
How bad?
I mean, just ridiculously absurd.
Did we talk to Jordan earlier?
And,
Like how?
so I've kind of reached the conclusion that,
Okay.
So, yeah.
I mean,
I
what?
know that for you guys, for someone like yourself who's doing this, you're not doing it as a place that you're going to live. You're looking to spend a little money, get the property, spend a little money, and turn it over and turn around and sell it and make some cash.
Exactly.
So you're looking, looking at it to try to get it for a cheaper price than someone who wants to buy it and live in it because they have a specific need for something that size in that area. Now you'd be hoping to find that person or that family when it comes time for you to turn it over. So.
Yeah, so that's why I'm thinking, like, as a cash offer, I'd probably insult you. I'd probably be coming in at like 250, 300, and it's not like I'm giving you that number to piss you off or like try to rob the house from you. It's just like that's the only way, as a cash offer, it makes sense for an investor kind of thing. That doesn't mean we got to stay there though.
I know, I understand. So that's why I said that anything less than 400, I won't even talk to you about it.
Okay.
If you make it really sellable and put it on the market, you can get 580, 600 for it because it's that nice and it's that big.
Well, we'll give you 400 and put it on the market.
Anything less than 400, I wouldn't even talk about it.
So 380, 390, you wouldn't even talk about that at all?
I don't know. Probably not.
Because so like, let me ask you this: does a time frame of 90 days work for you if we could agree on numbers?
It's possible. Yes.
Okay.
Possible. Yeah.
Because this is what I'm thinking. If as I'm saying, if I'm gonna buy myself 250, 300, that's realistically where we'd have to be. From the condition of the house, because you already fixed the major issue with it, I realistically can work with my investor agents. We can get it listed where I'm not the agent myself. I'm just the one that would be paying for some of these things. And I'm pretty confident I can get you to net at least 380 to 390. I might be able to get you to net the 400. So I just want to know if the 90 days works, I'll go really quick. I'm going to go talk to my team. I'm going to run a couple quick numbers and I'll see if we can make the 400 work. I just want to make sure if it does work that we have a deal.
Well, the clock is running for me, so if you want to do that, you got to move quick.
Okay, I mean, we could get this started today. I'll get the contract sent out. We'll sign it. I'll get title opened. And then, as I said, I'm not going to be purchasing it. So typically the way this works is it takes about 30 days maximum to lock in the end buyer that would be purchasing it. And then the only reason it would take 90 days would be if it takes 60 days to get the mortgage or if there's any title issues. Typically, realistically, we should be able to get this done in 60 days, but 90 is the latest. So as long as that's good for you, then, and let me ask, what's the clock ticking on? Like, what's going on that it needs to be done quick?
Well, so my wife is very ill and she can't work. And so we're surrounding on my income alone. Her income was greater than mine.
Okay.
And because she's like an executive. And, we just can't keep the property.
Got it. No, that makes a lot of sense. Okay.
Yeah, so it's hardship,
Yeah, no, I completely understand that. So it's like the bills are adding up on this, and you got to make sure, obviously, you can pay your property and this one. So I get that.
Right, exactly.
Okay. Is she going to be getting better, or what's going on with that? If you don't want me asking.
No, she's not going to get it better.
Okay.
She's really bad heart. She's had several heart attacks, so her heart muscles are permanently damaged.
Jeez.
And yeah, it's just kind of like waiting, for the clock for her to
Understood.
So it's, yeah, it's sad and it's tragic because she's young. She's still in her 50s, but
Oh, jeez.
it's bad.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry to hear that. And then I'm guessing,
And I really don't want to get it past the mortgage holders, or we told them we could do this. I really don't want to do a foreclosure. But if I do that, I come out clean, and I'm okay.
but you're not in arrears yet or anything, right?
Well, we are. Well, right now,
But it's like this is the month that's probably going into arrears.
well, no, I don't think so.
Okay,
No, but over the next few months, it could.
I got you. Because on the bright side, on the foreclosure side, if it ends up getting to that point, obviously you don't want to miss a single payment. Once you start missing payments, it messes up your credit and all that stuff. But what I will say is, let's say worst case scenario, it takes 6 months for you guys to get this done, and for 3, 4, 5 months of it, you're going back on payments. The bank won't. It's not like they're just gonna. You go back 3, 4 payments, they foreclose on you. There's a whole process that goes down with that, and you usually get, depending on the state, you get like all these adjournments and stuff. So if you're
But a lot of that fees to you.
exactly. No, it takes away from the net that you're going to be getting.
Yeah, if anything.
No, that makes sense. Well, I'll do my best to make sure that we can get this done in as quick as humanly possible. Obviously, the cheaper the price is always going to make things move quicker in real estate. That's just how the business is. But
I understand
I'm pretty sure we should be able to get this done around the 400. Let me just double check. Let me just give me 2 seconds. I'm just going to triple check my numbers. And then if we're good to go, can I just grab your email, Nathan?
Yeah.
Oh, that was a heavy one. I feel bad for that guy. That sucks.
Yeah, was it his wife that he was talking about who's sick?
His wife's
Yeah, that's-
dying.
Yeah, that's rough, bro.
Okay. You said you have to go in a meeting in about 13 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay. Could you just give me like 1 minute just to see if we could do it, and then if we cannot, we'll at least get the agreement started?
Okay.
Okay. Just 2 seconds, please. I think I'm good to go with the 400. I'm gonna just start drafting up this freaking purchase agreement.
400 on Novation, yeah.
I think I have it in my. Yeah, he's ready to go. Okay, come on, internet, not today.
All
Alright,
right.
so we're gonna use the purchase agreement one, and then I just have to add an attorney in fact or a novation agreement in. We're good. Okay, Nathan, we're good to go. I'm just drafting up the agreements really quick. It's gonna be coming over via DocuSign, and I'll try to go over it. It's 3 pages. I'll try to go over it as quick as we can if we end up having time.
Like now, you mean?
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah, I really can't.
Okay, could we get on?
You could send it to me and then maybe try to schedule a call for another time because I gotta.
Yeah.
I do have to go.
What time is that meeting over at, or what's the next time you'll be available today? Okay, you're on Eastern time, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll put you in my calendar for right now for 7 tonight, and then
Okay.
and then worst case, if we can't connect tonight, we'll get this done tomorrow morning.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah, it's just going to be 3 documents. It's a purchase agreement. It's called an attorney in fact, which just gives me the right to list it. And then it's just a novation agreement. That's what this type of transaction is. That's just when we do locate the end buyer. That's just how I get paid. But I'll be going over
Yeah.
every last bit of it with you.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. Send it over.
Yes, I'll.
That'll give you a chance to read through it too.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. So I'll draft it up, send it over, and then tonight at 7. If you're good with everything, sign it obviously. But regardless, I'll circle back tonight around 7.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay. Okay. I look forward to getting this done for you, Nathan.
Okay. Thanks.
Thanks. You take care. Bye bye. Well, that went from me being the bad guy to I might be the good guy tonight for once. That's a first.
Hell yeah,
I'm
brother.
gonna say go.
You can't ever make up your mind for the seller.
Que código?
All right, guys, I'm gonna have to hop off and do my Uncle Charles thing.
Let's get it. Go have some fun with that, bro.
Of course I am. It's one steam yard to another stream yard. So, all right, let me hop off and join that, brothers. I will hit you up a little bit later on today. If y'all are still on, I'll join.
Let's get it, bro.
Sounds good, brother. Good luck over there.
Thank you, brother. I'll take care.
You too, man.
I put 2 more in the private.
Yeah, I'm gonna call that
Yeah.
Conroe one. I got some people out there. My boy actually lives in Conroe.
All right, let me know. I'm down the street from it. But all right, I'll hit y'all, boys.
All right, brother. Peace.
Okay. Alright. I'm gonna draft these up really quick. Just send them fuck it for once. Let him go over it. Alright, well, I gotta find my novation agreement first. It's how long it's been since we've done one. Okay. Si yo espero para esto. This one could be a good novation, honestly.
Yeah, if you get it at 4, what do you think you're gonna list it at?
460. Try to make 30 grand. 460, 470. It could sell in the 5s, bro. It's like a
Yeah.
really big property. 90 days. Closing to be held at.
And as long as we're both good with everything in that agreement, we can both sign it, and we'll send it over to a title company who will act as a third party between us. And they'll keep you protected as the seller and me as the buyer. And then we'll pick a closing date of your choosing for you to receive the money, which title will distribute via wire transfer or certified check. Does that sound good?
Yeah, I've done that before.
Okay.
I just had to put a new roof on it last year.
Okay.
Thanksgiving.
New roof. Awesome. How is the foundation and the overall structure of the property?
It's good.
Okay.
It's got, the flooring is also the tongue and groove, except the kitchen, well, the kitchen and the breakfast area is kind of together, you know how that is. It did have a wall when we first bought the house, but we tore that little half wall down,
Mm-hmm.
and also, but it's got the tongue and groove, and we used to live there years ago. Anyway, so we had carpet put down throughout the house, but since then, I paid somebody, and they came out and sanded it all down and varnished it and sealed it and everything. So there's no carpet in the house at all.
Okay, understood. I appreciate that information. So the foundation is good. The roof was just replaced last year. As far as the mechanicals go, such as the electrical and plumbing systems, have those ever had any problems, or have they been updated recently?
I have had a little problem with the septic tank, but it's because the renters are putting grease down there.
Okay. Okay, so
But when it depends on who lives there, if you have any problems or not.
oh no, absolutely, I understand that for sure. So this property is
His
on.
son lived there for about 8 years and never had a problem. Then I had some more people I didn't have a problem, but these people I got in there now, I've had that septic tank pumped out probably 3 times. I mean, so I don't know. I know one time there she threw a bunch of them baby wipe stuff and all down there, and things that shouldn't have been down the toilet.
Yeah. Yeah, they got a lot of those flushable wipes nowadays, and people don't realize
Well,
that.
she had a baby. She had a little boy.
Oh, okay. So they're actual baby wipes. Yeah, that's not flushable.
Yeah,
That's not
right.
good.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's
And-
unfortunate.
And the grease. Oh my God! All the grease on top of the septic tank.
Yeah. Okay.
I
So
wish they had sewer over there, but they don't.
yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. So it's on septic tank. So
Sewer's
obviously it's
across the road.
okay. Is it on
Are
city?
you familiar with the area at all?
I'm not. I've just seen it on the map. So there's
Well,
sewer.
alternate 90 there. That's 9 Mile Road. Anyway, across the street they have sewer, and I don't know why, but maybe they're going to do it soon because I have another house. Actually, I'm in Pensacola now because my sister passed away, and we came up for the funeral Friday,
Oh,
and
I'm sorry.
so I'm staying for a while. But we have another house on Kempstrand Road. I don't know if you see that on your map, but they have just in the last few months put sewer here. And that they are even putting the electric underground.
Interesting. Okay.
Because I have a house on one lot, it's the old house. And then I have a house that we built years ago in 1978 that we stay at when we come here.
Understood. Okay. So you have a couple properties in the area. Okay.
Well, we have 2 rentals in Pensacola and then a house we stay at.
Okay.
But a total, I've got about 5 acres over here.
Wow, that's nice. 5 acres at the house that you guys stay in when you're visiting.
Well, I have our original house, and it was like a 170 by 429, and then we bought lots adjoining our property since then.
Okay, understood. That's cool.
So all in all, it's about 5 acres.
Nice. Okay, so for the property
I
on
was
the main.
trying to develop it, but
Hmm.
it costs a lot of money.
Yes, it does. That is true. Developing is an awesome strategy, but it is definitely expensive. Can be very lucrative if you can do it the right way, but yeah, you got to have the liquid funds in order to get that project started.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Are you a builder by chance?
I'm not a builder, no. At least not yet. I mean, I don't think I'll ever be a builder, but may I become a developer in the future? I think I would like to do that. Yeah.
They say it costs about 30 to 35,000 to get each lot ready. Put the roads in and underground utilities and stuff. It's about 35,000 a lot.
Gotcha. And then you got to build the structure on top of that as well.
Well, what they're telling me, I've had two different, civil engineering department I've talked to and stuff, and also my nephew, he lives in Alabama, but it's real close to Pensacola, and he's got his builder's license in Alabama, but not Pensacola yet, but he's building stuff like crazy over there, duplexes and stuff, houses and duplexes.
Okay, that's cool.
He doesn't have his license for Florida yet. So.
Understood. Well,
But stuff's selling like hotcakes around here, I guess. They sure got a bunch of apartments, 2 and 3 stories high around here.
yeah, they got the same going up around where I'm at too. Just seems like
Where are you?
I am actually located in Salt Lake City, Utah, and
Wow.
yeah, we have been growing a lot over, I'll say, like the past 3 to 5 years. It seems like there's an apartment building 2, 3, 4, 5 stories high, huge developments just going up on every other corner.
Yeah.
In the,
Well, they've got a call center, a Navy Federal. I don't know if you're familiar with Navy Federal, but they have a call center out here. I mean, I don't have any idea how many acres they've got, but they've got a bunch of buildings on that acreage.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it seems like America is growing for sure, and we got to build all these new
They're not making
developments.
any more land.
That's true. So that's why we're building up instead of out. We got to build the.
Yeah, well, I talked to this one guy. I've known him forever, and he has his own business. He puts roads in and everything,
Mm-hmm.
And my son played baseball with him and everything. He's in his 50s now, but so he puts all these roads, and he helps develop these subdivisions and stuff. And he's saying that why would you put one resident instead of multi-residents? They're thinking apartment, but I kind of want to do the houses, the residential.
Yeah.
But they're saying, why would you want to do that?
Yeah,
Instead of apartment.
there's definitely benefits to both for sure. I think the apartment development would probably be the more lucrative option. However, it's more expensive to get into that, and I think it's
If you go past 2 floors.
Yeah, and it's a much bigger project than just building a couple of single-family homes. But yeah, both strategies have their advantages. I think just depends on what you're really in a position to do. Yeah. Okay.
Well, I really wanted to do a joint venture, but I thought that's what the guy that does the roads, where he said he would be interested because he's a general contractor. And so I had a meeting with him, and then he brings his buddy. He's the one that does all the underground stuff. So at the end of the meeting, it sounded like they just want to do the work and me finance everything. And that's not what I would call a joint venture.
Yeah.
Because they wouldn't have anything to lose. I'm the one that would have something to lose.
Absolutely. So they weren't wanting to put any money up. They were just kind of wanting to do the development, and then you carry the.
Well, I didn't approach him at that because it was surprising that he had this other guy in with our meeting.
Right.
I haven't approached him or said anything since then.
Okay. Seems like there might be an opportunity there for you, but yeah, it's interesting that you're looking for a joint venture partner to help you develop that land. That's an interesting.
Well, I went to real estate school, but I missed the score by 1, so I never went back and took it again. So that's a real estate school, but that's been a long time ago.
Yeah. So you went to try to get your license, and you said you missed.
I was going to do be a realtor.
Okay. Okay. Well, I do know there's a lot of good.
I was retired on disability from the government,
Understood.
so I was going to get a easier job.
Yeah. Okay.
But we
Okay.
live in Jacksonville.
Okay. Understood. That's not too far away.
5 hours from Pensacola.
5-hour drive.
Right.
Cool. All right. All right. So for the property on Maple Street, just a quick follow-up question. You said it has a septic tank. Is it connected to public water or is it on a well?
It's public water.
Okay.
City, whatever. It's not on a well.
Okay. Awesome. And were the kitchens and the bathrooms updated recently by chance? I know you said you did some new flooring throughout, but did you do any other updates recently to the kitchens or bathrooms?
I have since I had that house, but I haven't in the last, probably 12, 15 years, whatever. It's got some, the cabinets are actually the wood cabinets,
Mm-hmm.
My brother, he was a carpenter. He had his builder's license. But he's like me. He's old now, so he don't do it anymore. They put the cabinets in there and everything. And I had it rented one time through HUD. They do an inspection and everything.
Yeah.
So I had it rented through them at one time. But the people sitting there now, she wasn't on the HUD list or anything. I rent it real cheap, though.
Yeah, I was going to ask, how much are you charging for rent over there?
I only charge them. I know I could get way more, but I just have to pay Uncle Sam a lot more if I charge more. I only charge her $1,150, and I just went up whenever I put that roof on there. I was letting her have it for $900.
Okay.
And I get $1,150 for it now, buddy. But my great niece lives in this house, and it's a rundown neighborhood that she paid $1,700 for a 3-bedroom.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I could get more, but I'd rather have the poor kind of, that girl's been in there probably 6 years. I'd rather rent it a little low and keep my, people there.
Yeah.
And, but I know I could get a lot more. But I would just have to turn around and give it to Uncle Sam.
Yeah, you're right about that, unfortunately. I know you're right about that. How many total bedrooms and bathrooms are here?
For people to live now.
Yeah,
Everything's so high.
that's true.
So I try to give my renters a break.
Well, it's very gracious of you. I'm sure they appreciate that a lot.
So
Okay. Edna, how many total bedrooms and bathrooms are at this property since you added the 1 bed and the 1 bath where the carport used to be?
okay, it has a total of 4 bedrooms and a bathroom.
Okay, 4
2
beds,
bathrooms.
4 beds, 2 baths. Okay, awesome.
But the laundry room, so in the add-on, the hot water heater is in there's a 2 bifold doors, I believe it's 2. Anyway, in that bathroom, the washer and dryer is in there, but it has the doors to close.
Okay, understood. Awesome. Okay, cool. Well, Edna, if we can agree on a price today, what timeline would you like to get this closed in?
Well, I would have to give them some time to get out. At least probably 2 months, I would think.
Okay.
Housing's hard to find around here.
Yeah, no, I can imagine so. So typically we work on about a 30 to 60 day timeline. Would that work for you? It sounds like it might.
Not a 30, maybe a 60.
Okay, perfect. We can work with that, absolutely. And last question that I have for you before I kind of dive into the neighborhood here and take a look at some comparable properties and come up with an offer number for you. I'm just curious, sounds like a pretty good property. What has you considering selling the property right now?
Well, I really, put it up for sale.
Mm-hmm.
So, because I have 3 kids and, I have a trust and everything set up. So, it's not really, I don't have it up for sale.
But why would you sell
And
it?
I've never had it up for sale. The people
Understood.
that live there wanted to buy it, but I told them it's not for sale.
Got you. Well, why would you sell now if you did decide to sell, given that
Well,
information?
if I decided to sell, well, I probably would maybe use it to, finish up what I needed to develop this property.
Okay.
It's
So-
probably what I would use it for. I don't know. I need to talk to my tax person too and see about all that stuff. Because I'm going to have to put all that back on my taxes, because we've had it rented all this time.
Got you. Okay, so realistically, you sell this home on Naval Street, and then you take those funds and you roll it into developing those 5 acres that you have, is what you're saying, right?
Right. That's probably what I would do with it.
Okay. I mean, that's an awesome plan. I would love to help you make that happen. So cool. Edna, I really appreciate you talking with me and giving me all the information about the house. I think I have everything that I need to go and dive into the numbers here. And if you can give me about 3 to 5 minutes, I'll just place you on a brief hold and I'll come right back to you with an offer, okay?
Okay.
All right, ma'am. Thank you for your patience. I'll be right back with you.
Okay. He's been texting us forever about Maple Grove. Now, why does he want about Maple Grove? He lives in, where did I say? Yeah, Utah. But I wonder if something's fixing to happen in that area.
All right, there's not very many cash comps on this one. I think ARV is probably like 250.
Huh? All these places. I told him I probably need 60 days because they'll have to relocate.
All
When
right.
I asked him if he see a building, he said no, he might be one day. And so why? And he knows it's commercial property. Why would he want to live? He said something about fixing it up and probably do what I do with it. He'd probably just rent it, only rent it a lot higher than what I do.
All right, I have my
He
numbers.
probably don't offer me nothing for it anyway. Now he's going to tell me, he said about 3 to 5 minutes, he's going to tell me how much he'll give me for it.
We'll see if she says how much she thinks
I
I'm
would
gonna
like to sell it, but I told him, well, which is the truth, I've never had it up for sale. He asked me what would I do with the money from that sale, which it wouldn't be none of his business, but I told him, well, I'd probably use it to develop this property.
I love that. I love that. I'm gonna picture this. We'll walk it up, and I'll tell her, let's develop that other property together, man. Why don't we enter into a JV agreement? We'll help you develop it. Great.
There's something going to go up around there, I'm sure.
I'm gonna offer her 130. I think I could sell for about 150 on the back end. ARV is around 250. Being conservative, could maybe be up to like 260,
Well,
270.
see, this, whoever buys all the rest of that needs mine. If they buy the guy, I forgot his name. Hill. I can't even remember. He owns 9 Mile behind me and on the other side of me. So my 100 lot keeps them from having that whole half of block. So mine should, just, I don't know, but whatever he tells me, I'm going to tell him, no, I'll think about it. I'm not going to give him a yes number. You know what I'm saying?
We're getting the scoop from the
I'm not
lady.
telling him a yes.
All right. We're gonna take her off hold. We're gonna hit her at 1:30. We'll see how she feels. Okay, Edna. Thank you so much for holding for me. Are you still there with me?
I am.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your patience. So, taking a look around the neighborhood and the area, I'm thinking I can probably get somewhere around $230,000 on the back end. If I were to come in and update the property, spend about $30,000 on rehab and upgrades, and if I wanted to flip it, put it back on the market, I think that's about what I could get out of it. So with that being said, I think I can come in somewhere right around $130,000 cash for the property.
Oh, no way.
Okay.
No way.
Okay. What number were you hoping to hear? Where do you think you would need to be at? How far off am I?
Commercial property's high. And actually, the guy that owns the property, I don't know if you looked at the adjoining property, but the guy that had that dental lab, he has property. He has a lot between me and alternate 90. He has the property behind me, and he has the property on the other side of me. And that would be a pretty big development, for commercial property, but they would feed my lot because I'm right in the middle of all of it.
Got you.
So that's one reason I have held on to it for so long, too, because eventually they will build something commercial because, it's already building up a lot, or has built up a lot since we left here.
Understood.
So,
Yeah, I'm just looking at the area on the map here. I see a church, and it looks like there's a Birch Laboratory and a Sunset Marine.
but that's the Birch Laboratory. Now, that was the dental lab.
Gotcha.
Billy Birch, but that's closed now.
Okay.
I think he got cancer. I don't think there's anything in there now.
I got
But
you.
they have University of West Florida is right close to that. And then there's it's not emergency. I guess it's kind of a semi-emergency center right down the street. And there's, Florida Hospital and also there's a lot of work going on around in, the area.
I got you. I hear you. So let me ask you this, Edna. If I could cover all the closing costs and all the fees, and there's no realtor commissions or anything like that that you have to worry about, and the number that you and I agree to is the number that you walk net in your pocket, what do you think the best price you could do for this property is right now?
Well, I'd have to think about it, talk to my husband, and and get a number. But I'll tell you one thing: it wouldn't be anything less probably than $350,000, because houses in this area, even concrete block houses, sells for over $200,000.
Okay.
So, and it being commercial, that's one reason, I keep holding back now, is because the commercial property. The commercial property, all end is high, but commercial property is even higher.
I gotcha. Yeah, I'm just looking at all the sales in a half-mile radius within the last 12 months, and I actually don't see any property that has sold even over just 300,000.
Yeah, well, there's probably been no commercial property sold around there, because the ones that's included in the commercial property, they're residential. There's one right across the street from me. I don't know if they would sell to you or not, but I know he has quite a bit.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
we lived there years ago when my husband was in the military. Well, right after we got married, we bought that house, and then we went overseas and everything. We rented it. So I've had that house since 1969. So I've had it a long time.
Yeah, so
It might have been 69 or 70. I've had that house.
that is a long time for sure. So I'm assuming I see here that there's no mortgage balance.
Yeah.
I do think there is a situation where I can increase my offer, but it wouldn't be cash. If you would be open to entertaining the idea of carrying a note for me and allowing me to turn you into the bank and make payments to you over time, I do think I can get my number up pretty significantly. I don't think I'm going to be anywhere near 350,000 if I'm being honest with you, but I can get a lot higher than the 130, 140 that I need to be cash. I'm thinking maybe somewhere around 200,000. If you'd be open to holding a note for me and allowing me to make payments to you.
No, I'm just gonna hold on to it. I mean, I don't really need the money right now, you know. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to build a few apartments over on this one lot that I have, and I can rent those and get the money to help me with, developing this other.
Okay. Well, you know what, Edna? I do think that sounds like a good plan. I wish you the best of luck in moving forward with that. My offer will still be here on the table around 130, 140 cash, and we'll say 200 if you could agree to terms with me and carry a note for me. And if anything changes in the next couple of weeks, next month or so, this is my number. You can reach me here, and I'd love to hop back on another call with you and see if there's something we can do.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, Edna. Thanks for your time. I appreciate it. You take care.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye. All right, cool. Title wants us to send or to sign an amendment of assignment, but there is no fee on the document, so we should be good there.
This guy won't get on the phone with me, so I'm like, oh, fuck it. Let me ask you some questions. So I'm like, are you open to taking payments? Yes. Okay. Is there a mortgage in place? Yes. Okay. What's the balance? 121,500. Let's go.
Let's get it.
R. Daniel says she just talked all that smack. He said, dude, that's wild. And then he said, another Florida homeowner that believes their home is worth times 5. Here's the
Yeah,
other
bro. 350K is crazy. I mean, it is in a good area. It is right down the street from the university. So the development opportunity is probably good, but I mean, yeah, the highest sale in 12 months of a residential home in that area was 295, and so could I have gotten my cash offer up a little bit? Probably, but we're going to be nowhere near 350,000. So we'll just let her go and wish her the best. Thank her for her time, and we on to the next.
He said, I don't believe my mortgage is assumable. I said, don't need it to be assumable. It's called a subject to, brother. Take over the payments,
Hey,
take over your fucking make you payments, and we're done. We're good.
educate the brother.
Let's see if this guy's shit is fucking. There's 4 condos he wants to sell for 200 a piece. He said I'm selling them 4 at 199. So does that mean he's selling all 4 for 199? That's a deal
That'd be
I'll take.
nice. That would be very nice.
The call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up. Your call has been forwarded to voice.
Damn, Jordan just peeled real quick. Why is this guy getting a text about his email address? That's weird.
or you can reach me if you name the number. I will be back.
Double. Oh, Nelson just randomly hopped back in here. Who is that?
Still over here crushing it. Can you hear me?
Always, bro. Always. Oh, sorry. I was like reading a text while looking at the call I was making while listening to you.
I was just trying to see if my mic was working. It didn't mess up again. Is it? Can you hear me?
Blast free and post property. Yes, I can hear you. Hold on. Hold
Okay,
on,
okay,
hold
you're
on.
good. You're good.
Okay, you're in. Okay. How'd it go?
It went good. Went good, man. He said that he might have to come in here and do some closing.
He knows he's welcome. He knows he's welcome. We're gonna be doing some lives together too. I'm excited for this shit, bro.
Yes, sir.
There just might be a Columbia play getting done.
You never. Hey. You know, you never know. I'm all ears.
Yeah, I mean, we're doing a gigantic event in Columbia. The question is who's going to be part of it.
Gotcha.
So, because it is happening. I'm manifesting it. I'm doing it, and you know what happens when I manifest things, Nelson.
Hey, man. Only you could prevent forest fires, is what I tell them. So
that's what I'm saying.
there's only you can do it. So you just let me know.
So I got that one novation. I sent out the contract, even though he's not on the phone with me. I was like, you know what? I'm feeling good about this one. We'll fucking send it to
The
him.
guy
I'm
you're
gonna give him
talking
a call
to at 7 tonight.
Exactly. Give him a call at 7. Close him out. And then that one could be a nice novation, low key. It's one of those ones that I don't know what it's worth because like it's a 4,400 square foot home. The biggest home that sold was for $450, and it was 3,900 square feet.
No, I'm saying you might list it for
460.
for 460, but there might be a steal for somebody, right? You might fly off the shelf. You never know.
That's what I'm thinking it's gonna be, bro. Because it's literally, yeah, dude. Oh, this is MS is Mississippi or Missouri? It's Mississippi, isn't it?
Yeah, Mississippi.
That's a non-disclosure state, right?
I couldn't tell you. I don't remember.
I
Is
believe
that one?
it
Is that one that I put into the private earlier?
No, this is one that I had a follow-up from that I was honestly afraid to call because he was just cursing me out the whole time. So I was like, fuck it, let me just
what?
call this guy back.
Life is life. That's what happens. Life is. He was probably going through.
He needed me.
He was going through it, and you had to just catch him at a time where he's had some time to think about how he needs to best solve his problems.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Yeah, dude, there's one. No, this has been up for a minute. Like, there is a lot that's listed in our price range, which is kind of scary, but we will have the largest house listed in our price range.
Yeah. Hey, worst case scenario.
And he needs to sell it.
That's what I'm saying. Worst case scenario, you go back to him and say, hey, we got an offer. The best offer we've gotten is for, because now this is not me trying to make money off you. This is me telling you what the market is, what you're going to get no matter which way you go, right? So the worst case scenario is you're like, hey, we got an offer for 420. This is what you're going to net. Do you want to accept it, or I can tell the family no, and we can keep waiting, or you can accept it and be done with this?
Exactly. And that's what's going to end up happening, I feel like, or it'll get sold at the price. But it's one of those things that it's like the dude obviously needs to sell it. A cash offer is not going to work here. I mean, his mortgage won't clear a cash offer, maybe a subject to offer, but I don't think he's at that point yet.
No, but you know, the subject too, if you could say, hey, look, what if we put, depending on, I don't know what he owes, but if we're like, hey, you know, what if we put the last 3 month worth of payments back in your pocket and we take this over where you don't have to pay it ever again?
He basically said, he's like, I might even just let it go into foreclosure. But I'm like, then why won't you take 320? That'll clear your fucking mortgage.
What's the O on it?
320.
Dude, yeah. Listed for 460. Take whatever you get and just go back to him and say, hey, this is what you got to do. And even if you only net 10, right? Hey, like we need to net 10 on it because we're putting this effort in. We got to pay out commissions. You're taking the rest of the money. We're not making any crazy money. This is the offer. This is what's on the table.
This is what you're gonna get. No, it's gonna be one of those ones I'm pretty sure will get done. And I think I went in. I think we got some rapport now.
That's good.
I don't know if he remembers. I was one of the ones that did tell him 300K, but I told him again 250 to 300 as a cash offer, and I'm being.
That's why I said, did you talk to Jordan when you got that offer? Well, that's good. At least we got that one in the works. So, when's your next closing?
Wait. 1 second. Hold on 1 second.
All right, you're all good.
And it's today. Or it should be funny today.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's Wednesday. That's right. What time is it? 12:41. We'll miss the lunch rush.
I just realized I had my thing unmuted or muted the whole time, but I guess you guys can still hear me.
I couldn't hear you. All right. Were you able to call those two that I put in the chat earlier?
Jesus Christ. This is a small flex. I called the second one. The number's not going through. I don't know if you could recheck the number.
All right.
And then, damn, my girl's making some fucking beef ribs today, bro. Some short ribs.
Going in. We're about to go leave and go get some lunch here in a minute, so I'm probably gonna hop off. I will.
Yeah,
was that the Conroe one you tried to call?
Yeah, the Conroe one.
All right. I'll double check it and resend it. I might have to put it in True People or something and see if it came back. Or if
Quick
it did,
flex though.
what's up?
My TC just said she remembers when we had less than 150 completed documents signed in DocuSign, where now we just passed 200.
There you go. There you go.
Shit's getting done. It's a lot of fucking contracts to get signed.
Somebody gotta get them done. Yeah.
They need me, bro. That's why. They need Nelson to wake the fuck up.
Felt like Closer, the one and only bulldozer.
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo.
Oh, you know what? I gotta post my video today that I was gonna post. I was bragging on your closing yesterday and it just letting people know.
Yeah, bro, that was a nice close. Do you want to know what's gonna be a nicer close though?
What is that?
Concord, California.
You know what? If you have to do it kicking and screaming, he's gonna make it happen.
Oh, I'm gonna be so loud at that closing table, bro. You're gonna think I closed the deal.
It's a mobile closing. He's gonna fly to where they're closing it out, scream there, fly home.
You're gonna pop one of those fucking the streamer things.
There you go. Yeah, he's no longer invited to closings.
You're gonna be like, Joey, keep your fucking shirt on.
You can't take him anywhere.
And Nelson, keep them dumping in Indiana. That's all I gotta say.
Indiana. All right. That's a
I'm
hot minute.
feeling it, bro.
All right, guys. So we closed yesterday, and I want to tell you a little story.
The Nelson marketing.
Somebody's got to do it, brother.
Way better than me at marketing, I will say that much. Like, way
Dude.
better.
I'm just trying to push out content, especially since I lost everybody.
Nelson, this guy said he's not interested in selling. This isn't a lead. Newly sucks.
Okay, I guess.
Sorry, I just had to put that out there, guys.
It bees like that sometimes.
The mentalities on people, bro. This guy said he's been waiting on me. What you been waiting on? Hold up a second, Ricky. I feel like I'm gonna like this call.
That call has been forwarded to
Oh,
voicemail.
Ricky, but you said you were waiting on me.
That call has been forwarded to
Hello?
Hello, Dylan speaking.
This is Joey. Who is this?
My name's Tim. Who are you with?
I own my own business. How come?
Okay, was this phone number reached out to one of my sellers, and I just wanted to see if it was a real estate company reaching out to our under contract sellers in real estate.
What do you mean? Like you have the property listed and we're reaching out to the sellers on it?
Yes.
Oh, okay. You know, I'm not a realtor or anything. I'm just an investor, but I probably was texting your seller. They were in our follow-ups from before they had it listed, something like that. Which property is this on?
I'm actually just going to go ahead and give my seller a call right now. I appreciate you picking up my call.
That was as weird as it gets.
Yeah, what the hell was that?
I'm actually going to just give my seller a call. Let's see what area code this is in. This is a Florida one. That guy was super sketchy.
Yeah, it was a little questionable.
That guy was sketchy, right?
Yep.
Sketch me out. He didn't want to give you the address or what?
Dude, that was weird. He's like, I'm just gonna call my seller. I'm like, okay.
Was he a real estate agent?
He was an agent.
Oh yeah, he's so scared. Don't sell this property and ask me to get off of it, please. I'm gonna sell it for you. Don't work
Jesus.
around me, please.
Please save me.
Allow me 6 more months to get your house sold on the market. I can do it.
You guys just gotta listen to this in the background really quick. See if it'll. I don't know if it'll open for you guys to listen. It's a 19-second call. Just listen. I can't play it for the live because I'll get canceled, but I'll fucking send it to you guys to listen to. People are funny. I'm calling this guy. Should we give it a listen?
Hold up.
It's
I'll listen
loading
to
up
it right
for
now.
me. I don't know what it took me to like a login.rei bot CRM. I don't know.
No, I was trying to save the call.
It didn't take us there though. It takes us to some other crap.
Yeah, it didn't really pull up anything for me.
There we go.
Let's see.
I don't even know. I'll send it to you guys later.
Cool.
I'm just gonna call this guy back. Where's this guy called from like a month ago or whatever?
Oh my gosh, where's Dax? Hang on.
Hello?
Hi, is this Patrick?
No, this is Rick, his husband.
Hey Rick, how's it going today?
Fine, thanks. And you?
I'm doing very good. I was actually calling on your guys' property on Brockbank Drive.
Yes.
Okay, are you still looking to sell it?
Yes.
Okay. How much are you guys looking to get for it?
500.
500. Okay. And if I got you an offer that made you happy, would you be ready to start the process on it today?
Tomorrow, probably.
Got it. So nothing's getting done today, it sounds like.
No.
Understood. And are you and Patrick both on the deed? Or is this
No,
just,
he is.
it's just his? Okay. Are you?
Yeah, he's owned it 28 years.
Got it. And is he, I guess, is he available to get on a call, or is there a time we could schedule a call so I could just go over everything and get you guys an offer?
Well, let me ask him. He is here.
Okay.
You want to talk about Brockbank with somebody or not now? Okay. Here he is.
Okay, thank you.
Hi.
Hey Patrick, how's it going, brother?
Good. How are you?
I am doing very good. Can't complain today. So just
that's good.
yes,
Who am
sir.
I speaking with?
My name is Joey Bibble. I believe Mary was reaching out to you via text about the property, and I was just calling.
Maybe.
Yeah, I was just calling to see if you're still looking to sell. I think Rick said you still are selling.
Yes.
Okay, and you're looking for around 5.
Correct.
Okay. And is it something we could get the process started on today if I could be around that number?
Yeah.
Okay. And it's just you on the deed, obviously, and you and Rick are the only two kind of doing the decision on this, right?
That is correct.
Beautiful. Okay. So basically, the way my process works, I'll just ask you a couple quick questions about the property, then I'll get you an offer on the call. If you're good with that offer, I'll send you over a purchase agreement. We'll go over everything together. As long as you're good with everything in that agreement, we would sign it, send it over to a title company. They'll obviously protect you guys as a seller and me as a buyer. And then we would just pick a closing date of your choosing to receive the money. And obviously, title would send that via wire transfer or certified check, whatever's easier for you guys.
All right.
Yeah. So tell me about like the condition of the property. How's like the foundation and structure of it?
Condition of the property is good. I've owned it a long time. We've had a property manager, and pretty much whenever anything needs to be done, it's taken care of. We had in the last 2 years.
excuse me, put new flooring in throughout, and also new flooring. Oh, new plumbing, and probably 5 to 7 years ago, we did the bathrooms in both units. It's 9914 and 9916 Brockbank, just to make sure you have to know that. Sold as one parcel. Had both bathrooms on each side done and the kitchens redone. Not, how do I say it? Not with, top notch stuff, because, it's a rental. And
Okay.
it's overall in good condition. Each side is 3 bedroom, 2 bath, 2 car garage, 1,616 square feet, and the foundation is very good. But have you bought? Where do you live?
I'm from New Jersey myself, but I've done a
Oh, so you don't know crap about Dallas.
No, we do. We just closed on one at Ripley Place in Dallas, so we definitely do.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Foundations. I found it so odd when I moved there, but foundations are often an issue.
Yes. So is it? You said it's in fair condition, or there is some leveling we're gonna have to do?
Yeah, the foundation's probably fairly good. We don't really have any problems with it, but it's not perfect because it's in Dallas.
Okay.
I think it's pure and being.
Pure and beam. So that's the easier one to fix, obviously, too, if there does end up being anything wrong with it. Okay. And then electrical. When you did the plumbing, did you do the electrical too, or you guys?
No, I did not.
Okay. Is it original?
We haven't had any problems with the electrical, but I did not do it.
Okay. So is it original to 66 then?
Yeah, I think so. Well, wait a minute. I can tell you, I haven't updated since I bought the property. When did I buy it?
27 years ago.
Yeah, 27 years ago, 1997, I think. Yeah.
Okay. So
It
it
might have been 1998.
But it wasn't updated before you bought it. You don't, or you just don't know.
I don't know, and I don't recall. Yeah.
Okay. Do you know if there's any of the old knob and tube wiring in there still?
No, well, I don't really know what knob and tube is, but it is on circuit breakers.
Okay. Okay. And then what about AC?
Oh yeah, the AC and 5 to 10 years ago, dishwashers have been replaced. Wait a minute, what was I going to say? Dishwashers. And the furnaces have been replaced also.
Okay, dishwashers, furnaces. But AC, is there AC in there?
Yeah, the AC was done, redone 5 to 7 years ago.
Okay. And then what about, how old's the roof there?
We had it replaced since I've owned it, and I'm going to say 5 years ago, we had some repairs done to the roof because a tornado didn't really get the roof. We lucked out. Went the block before and the block after. So there you go.
Okay. Understood. And then it's public water and sewer there, right?
Yes, absolutely.
And then the unit count, is a 3-bed, 2-bath for the entire building or the entire property?
No, it's 3-bed, 2-bath for each side. 9914 is 3-bedroom, 2-bath. 9916 is 3-bedroom, 2-bath. And as I said, both of them have a 2-car garage.
Got it. So it's a 6-4, and it's deeded all to one. It's one deed, right?
That is correct, yeah.
Okay. So
Some
that's just
people
the way
had
it's
wanted to
written.
buy one side of it, and it's like, yeah, well, you can't, sorry.
Or do I
There's
want to
probably
ever
a way
buy
to
a
do
half
but
a
I'm not gonna do
duplex?
that.
No, I've seen people do it, but it's like you kill the value the second you like. That's something. If I wanted to rent out half the side for the rest of my life, I'd do it. But I don't think I'm gonna do that. So
Right, exactly.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Okay. If we do agree to terms on numbers, I will be purchasing the entire thing, not part of it. So
Oh, right, good thing, because I'd say no to just part of it, so, I mean, we have to go, well, I don't know what you have to do, but, I can't do that without going to the city of Dallas and maybe the county and all that crap.
exactly. Oh, that makes sense. And then is it rented out right now as it sits?
One unit is rented out and the other unit is vacant.
Okay, the one that is rented out, how much are they getting? Are they paying
Gosh, why
themselves?
do you ask? I think it's 1,900. I just looked at the lease recently, which is really way undervalued. On the other side was 2,100.
The other side was 2,100, but that's vacant,
Yeah.
obviously. And is it month to month or they're on an annual?
Oh, the one unit 9916. They're on an annual, and their lease expires January 13th.
Okay. Okay, so we'll be getting it with that 110 and at 1,900, and then is there a security deposit or anything with them?
Yeah, there is. I don't remember what it is. Actually, it's probably relatively low because, it's 1 month rent, but the rent's gone up as long as, they're a long-term tenant. So I don't remember when they moved in, at least 5 or 6 years ago.
Got it. Okay.
And yes, there's a clause in the lease that it can be transferred.
Okay, I mean, I probably would want to get them up at the end of January. I'm sure if we do it, we'll write it out obviously at the 1,900, and then we'll take it from there.
Yeah, right.
Okay, and then
I can tell you even 2,100 was probably slightly under market value because my property manager always does an assessment of what the rents are, etc.
got it. No, that makes sense.
And I think, let me think, what was it, really 2,175 or something? And was what it really should have been. And I was like, yeah, I just don't think we're gonna want to jump them that much. But I was, what we did is we put them on a month to month because I was planning on selling the property.
Got it. No, that makes sense.
Some buyers were fine with the lease. Others would rather have it all vacant. So there you go.
Yeah, I mean, obviously vacant's gonna be the best because I'm not inheriting your guys' tenants. I don't know if they're good tenants, bad tenants, and even if you say
Actually, I
they're
will
good, they
tell
could
you.
be bad.
9916 is a good tenant. I wouldn't have renewed, but it was the other one was expired in March, so there was a difference in my thought process on selling it, etc.
Understood. And are these listed right now?
No.
Okay. Okay, but were they listed like recently? Or am I just looking at a completely different property?
Well, actually, I have to check with my property manager who also had it listed. It may currently be listed, but that's not an issue. Yeah, that's not an issue. She's already told us if we get an investor that comes in, that's not a problem.
Okay, because yeah, I see they're up
She
for like
said she
5.
won't even charge me any commission if we get a cash offer that comes through, but I pay her something just because she deserves it.
No, definitely. Okay. And is there a big mortgage on the property still or anything like that?
No, there's no mortgage on the property.
Okay. Would you be open to payments on this if I could be around that 5 or maybe even a little bit above, or are you just trying to cash out?
We're trying to cash out, but I guess what I say to that is never say never.
Okay, so it is like,
But the preference is to cash out.
okay. And what's the reason you're selling it and not just turning it back around and continuing to rent it?
Because we want the cash some of it to invest in other areas, and we have some other, properties we want to do some work on.
Okay. Okay, so you're most likely gonna need the money then from the sale to buy other stuff. Like it's not like if we did do the payments, that would even make sense for you then.
Well, some of it would be invested in the market, stock market, etc. So it's not. How do I say it? We want 500,000. It doesn't mean we have $500,000 that is already spoke, that we are, I don't know, are dedicated to paying somewhere else.
Got it. Okay, that makes sense.
I'll tell you the reason I'm not excited about payments, etc., is, it's almost like, there's always concern with tenants paying, etc., which really isn't that a problem. And then I'm worried about whether you guys are going to pay me. So I just assume that.
Well, the good thing is if we don't pay you, you have all the money we've been giving you, and you still own the property, so you can
True.
resell the property and keep all the money we've given you. If you're in this case, you hope we don't pay you. That's how I sell it to them.
No, that's facts. Get all the payments, retain possession.
It's in your best case scenario that I don't pay it.
Real spill.
I don't
Come
understand.
on, Wayne.
From here, recurring. All right. I don't know. He got a pee so badly. That was you. I don't know where Joey is. He doesn't want us to hear this call.
No, that was him who said that. He's using the restroom.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. I'm thorough.
Yeah. I gotta split and get head into a haircut here in a few minutes. But
Bro, the way that I got to split and get head, I was like, hey, I guess you and your wife got a very concrete agreement there. He said, I did head into a haircut. I saw the haircut came a little on the tail end. I said, he runs a tight ship at his career. He said, "Hey, I got to
that's
split.
crazy, bro.
I got to split and do what to do, get my day started." I was like, "Dang,
God dang,
that's that Utah training right there."
for real.
No, I ain't mad at you, man. I'm probably gonna split here too, man. I gotta get some things knocked out. We're gonna go do lunch and there he is.
I had to use the restroom, guys. I had to pee like a fucking racehorse.
You still on that deal or what?
Of course. I think I can get them. It's just hard to comp. So like it's technically his realtor had it on market at 540. It's been up for like 80 days. I'm probably gonna come in at like 430 to 450.
This is Dallas.
This is Dallas, and it's a duplex, and it's a 3-2 each unit.
He owns the duplex, right? I mean, he owns like both sides or whatever.
Yes.
Send me the address because Dallas is my backyard. It's where all my other family lives at. Just want to see what part it is.
You buying a duplex today, Nelson?
No, we're not doing. You don't have, not for that price. We're not. I don't think.
So it can rent out for $2,200 a unit. So
$4,000 a month, $4,200 a month,
44.
44 a month,
So I'd probably have to be at
440.
30.
Dallas is one of. Is it rent ready?
Yeah. The property. Wait, you're still here, right, Patrick?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, if I can throw a tenant in there tomorrow, kind of thing. Like, is it rent ready, or would we still have to do like a cosmetic to turn around the other unit right now?
It should be ready. If not, it would be by the time it's closed. Yeah, because the vacant unit is, what are they doing? Make ready. And it's either done or in the process.
Got it. Okay, and is there some room for negotiation off that 500?
There's always room for negotiation,
Okay.
but not room to go to 400. So
So you wouldn't meet me at 400.
No, right.
Not even 400 in a steak dinner.
Right, not 400 in a, well, I don't know if the steak dinner or lobster dinner was also a flight to Cape Cod or maybe something.
Joey's a married man.
It sounds like we might be working on something good here. Maybe we could do a trip to Cape Cod, lobster dinner. Maine lobster
Yeah,
is the
right, there you
best.
go.
So,
I grew up in New England. That's something.
what part of New England?
Massachusetts.
Okay, where in? So the reason I'm asking, I went to school in Rhode Island. I went to Johnson and Wales, and then I lived there for 5 years, and then was in I was working in the Prue Tower, in the Prue Center, whatever it's called, up in Boston.
Oh wow. In Western Mass, outside of Springfield, pretty much. But my parents grew up outside of Worcester, and our son lived right outside of Worcester a couple of years ago. You know, and I used to go on business. I went to CVS in Socket, Rhode Island.
Woonsocket, yeah.
Woonsocket, yeah. It was always I always laughed at the name of it. So there you go.
Ask him if I can get
My
approved
parents
today.
had
If I get approved today for 450, is that realistic or not?
It's like, damn it, I wish you had sold that because since they sold it, now you can't build on the water in Maine.
Really?
Yeah, so I'm sure that would have jacked the price up just
A little bit.
automatically, whether it's a dump or not, it probably had to have gone up 10, 20, 25% when that law went into effect.
100%. No, it definitely
right.
So you can't build there anymore physically. Like right there, you got a prime piece of
On the
property.
water, you can't. Maybe there's some way you can, like it was already deeded to build or something. I don't know, but I don't need to. It doesn't affect me, right? So I don't need to know anymore.
No, understood. And are you still in New England, or where are you guys located now?
No, we live outside of Denver.
Oh, okay. Do you guys like ski or snowboard, anything like that?
Oh my God, it's hysterical. No, I used to ski before we moved to Denver 17 years ago. But when I moved here, I decided I already have one expensive hobby that it's expensive and it takes up a lot of my time. I don't need to also be skiing. So there you go. But now I regret that I didn't at least.
Do I ask what
do it
that
a couple
expensive
of
hobby
times,
is?
So maybe before I'm too old and can't stand up or something. I don't know.
Oh yeah, the mountains there are crazy. We went to Breckenridge and we did Vail and all the fun stuff, and it was a lot harder than the mountains up in Massachusetts. I'll say that much. So
They're not mountains in Massachusetts. It's a joke. My
They're
parents
hills.
owned a mountain in Massachusetts, which is a joke.
That's insane.
I have skied in Colorado, but that was before I moved here.
Mhm. And then what's the expensive hobby that you do that's not skiing then?
I breed and show dogs and also trial dogs. So there you go.
Oh, what type of dogs is it?
You're probably not old enough to remember what a collie is, but collies, which I say not old enough because of Lassie. There was a sitcom.
If you're
or whatever
Googling
with
Lassie, I'm
and
done with this call.
movies and all that kind of crap when I was a kid.
Oh,
How
okay.
old am I?
Yeah, I think I was too young for that.
Yeah, ask your parents.
My God, it was so.
Or your
what a collie
old-
is, and
or your
they'll
old
maybe think
friend.
about it, but they'll be, oh yeah, Lassie was a collie.
They look like, I'm looking at it right now. They look like beautiful dogs.
They are, yeah. And I also use them. I don't know, more interesting.
What is a herding trial?
Well, you basically use the dogs for herding sheep, and you have to take them around. Basically, they got to move the sheep around an obstacle course and through different pens and fences and that kind of stuff.
That's so dope. So instead of going on a horse, you do it with the dogs.
Yeah, with the dogs and me on foot. So there you go.
So you're gonna be like running after the dogs the whole time, basically.
Sometimes, yeah.
That sounds like a good time, though.
It is.
It's probably a lot of work though to train them because I try to train my beagle and he's he's untrainable. So
How old is he?
he's like 7 now, or no, he's 8 now actually.
Okay, shit. I was thinking, well, if he's only a year or so, he'll calm down. But
No, he's 8 years old and he still acts like he was when he was 3 months old. He's like freaking. He's just he's a blue. What's it called? Like a blue tag eagle or beagle, whatever they call it. Like he's like.
oh, beagle. It's a beagle. Oh,
Yes.
Okay. I like beagles.
No, he's good. He's just out of his mind. Like I meet a lot of beagles now that are not as crazy as him. Most of them are actually really chill. He is like he's off the walls. I must have been really bad as a kid, and I think I'm getting karma for it right now. 'Cause-
Oh, that's hysterical.
yeah. So I know it's not easy to train the dogs, but if you know what you're doing, then I'm sure it's easier for you than me.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. A lot of it is, and I'm not good at this, is consistency. And the one that's going to herding trials this weekend, I should be out there working with her right now. So there you go.
Got you. That makes sense.
Yeah, she's pretty good though.
Good. So what I'm thinking in terms of the offer, there's not too many comps, obviously. I think it's gonna appraise a little bit
There's
higher.
not many comps. It sucks. There
Yeah.
were really high comps like a year ago.
That's what it is, and there's just not that many duplexes selling in Dallas. So like on a comp standpoint, it's kind of hard to figure out exactly what it would be worth, but just going off the rents, I should be able to rent it out somewhat close to $4,400 a month. That's kind of what it's looking like. But the downfall is I got to take it with a tenant until January that's only paying the $1,900. So I basically
Right, that's true.
gonna be losing out on about only $300 a month rent, nothing crazy, but obviously that will add up. I think we could get this done all cash, probably closing about 30 to 60 days maximum. I raise money for all my deals, that's why it takes that long. But
Sure.
we could probably get this done. I'm not gonna be at that 400, but we probably could be around like 420, 425 range.
Well, I actually have a verbal offer as we speak for 475.
475 from who?
Oh God, I can't tell you, not because I won't tell you, but I don't remember his name, the company he works for. So I actually have the contract in hand, but I do not. I really. There's Texas has. I don't know your contracts. Texas has. The real estate commission or something has their own contract. So if they're willing to switch to that contract, I don't know why they wouldn't.
It's called a trek. We can do it. You can still put a sign on there.
Yeah, I mean, I would do the Trek contract. That's not like obviously I have my one pager I like to use. It's one page, super simple, and gets it done in Texas. But if you need it to be on the Trek contract, I don't have an issue putting it on it there as long as I get my terms. But in terms of the 475, do you know if they're a wholesaler or if they're an actual investor?
I believe they're an actual investor. I'm pretty sure the name of the company was on the document.
Got it, because it sounds like they are. I don't know if they're going to be able to perform at the 475 because I just look.
And I will tell you, whatever the name of the company is, I haven't researched it yet.
Got it. Yeah, because I just 475. I know I wholesale and I invest. I do a little bit of everything, and all I do for a living is sit at my desk and underwrite properties. It's extremely fun, but looking at the numbers here and everything else, if they're saying 475, they might just be saying a number to hope it sticks on the wall and or throw something on the wall and hope it sticks. Because genuinely, I think 475, unless they're an end buyer, they're going to house hack it. I don't think as an investor, 475 would make them money. They'd probably be losing money.
Right.
Yeah. So
I'm aware of that. Anyway, but I know it's not real until it closes.
Nothing's real. Even my offer won't be real until it closes. Obviously, we still got to go do the due diligence, walk out there, do what we got to do with my contractors. But at the end of the day, it's
part
just
of the reason we have the one unit vacant. Yeah, it just makes it easier.
Understood. Because yeah, 475. I mean, I would tell you to take that offer, but vet them. Make sure they're actually real. Because if I'm gonna do it, I mean, even if I was gonna just like for me, when I'm buying the property myself, my underwriting's way stricter than if I'm gonna wholesale it. Just because there's new investors that'll pay higher for properties. But
Oh, so wholesaling it, you're going to resell it. Is that what you're saying?
exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Exactly. And like if it's a transaction like that, like I can pay a little bit higher than if I'm buying it usually, but 475 and I could put money on it probably as a wholesaler that offered you 475, they try to sell it for even 480, it's not going to move like to an investor just cuz basically if I go look at what a mortgage payment's going to be at that 475 right now with current interest rates and like obviously most investors are going to have to pull their money out of it, especially $500,000.
Right.
It's probably not. They'd probably be losing money every month once they pay the taxes and collected the rent off what that mortgage
Right.
payment would be at that high number. So that's
Right,
what I'm
right.
thinking. Like lower fours, an investor. That's where, and it's a duplex most likely. And it's either going to be an investor, or you're going to get lucky and get that one end buyer that wants to house hack it. But obviously, there's a lot less end buyers for a deal like this than there would be for the investors.
Right.
Yeah. So do you think we can make something work close to that 420?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. What would be the best we could do today if we could get this going?
I'd have to talk to my husband, but it would certainly have to be closer to the 475.
Got it. Okay.
All right. And so, what was your name again?
My name's Joey Bibbo.
Oh, Joey. I
Yes.
wrote down Joey. Joey. Okay, because I will put this is actually Rick's phone, which is fine.
Yes.
I'll make sure that I have you with your phone number and my phone.
Okay. And if you could just talk to Rick and just see what the like real best number you guys could be, and then maybe I'll see if we can work something out. Or I mean, if you'll finance it to me 475 or 500 all day, we just got to work out the terms of the financing, obviously. But if that's the
Right.
option, like, and I don't have to go and get a mortgage, then that's completely different. Then I could definitely be closer to those numbers, but it would just be fully over time.
Right, exactly. Yeah, okay.
Perfect. So when should I circle back with you then? Is it a way you could talk to Rick today and then maybe I could circle back like tonight, tomorrow morning?
Sometime tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. We are an hour earlier than you are. No,
Yes.
wait a minute. We're 2 hours early.
No, I'm Central Time. So yeah, I think you guys are you Pacific
Wait a minute,
now?
you said you're in New Jersey, didn't you?
Yeah, no, I'm from New Jersey. I actually live overseas. I live in Colombia.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm on Central Time, and then once the time zones go back, I go back to Eastern.
Oh, right.
Yes, sir.
Just to make it confusing.
Exactly. Never. The first time this happened when they did daylight savings, I didn't know it was a thing because I was in Colombia and I was an hour late to every meeting I had that day. It was terrible. So never fun when that happens.
Well, Arizona technically is in this mountain time, but they don't do daylight savings. And I lived in Arizona for 15 years. I can no longer remember right now whether it's the same time as us or an hour earlier or whatever. So yeah.
That's basically I'm like the exact same situation now, and it gets messed up really quick.
Yeah, it gets messed up. It definitely gets messed up, without a doubt. So all right. Thanks, Joey. I'll talk to Rick.
Okay, thanks, Patrick. Take care, brother. I'll talk to you tomorrow. I think he liked me.
I think he liked you. And hey, you know what? The thing is Dallas is such a hot market that, I don't know, 475, probably not. What's the ARV? 520 or 510 or 5 something?
It could be in the sixes. I saw somewhere estimated value was 6, but I just don't have any comps right now. 641 on PropStream's estimated value. It's just like, bro, if I think about it logically as an investor,
Yeah.
like, let me see really quick.
The thing
So
with
it's-
Dallas is it's like more expensive than Houston for some reason. But
No, it is hot like that. But like once you go talking about I got to get a mortgage at 500 grand, that's when it gets fucked up.
no, like you
It's
said, your mortgage at 500 grand. I mean, unless you're with like the VA, if you're getting like a VA loan, you don't have to pay property tax, or you just have a super great lender, you're just going to buy it cash or whatever. But if you're going to buy, I mean, I don't know. But even if you could come down to 40 or 50, I think you're working with something.
Yeah, bro. Because put it this way, right now the mortgage rate is the average is 6.7. Without even changing the property taxes or anything, it's already 2,900 a year.
Yeah.
So that's a tough cookie to crack. I mean, if I actually want to do the taxes are 10,000 a year, 10,305. So I take 10,305. So yeah, bro, it's it's even worse. It's even worse than it looks like right now.
Yeah, I mean,
Because my monthly
I don't think
taxes are 858.
investors not going to put 500 into it to
Yeah, no, that's not the move.
$1,000.
So I gotta stay down at that 420, and the only other way an investor's gonna make money there is on an owner finance, and they're gonna have to finance it for me really low.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, bro. But I gotta get out of here. I think
Yeah,
you
me
do
too,
But
man.
before we leave, let's leave him with a quick soapbox. Come on.
Let's leave him with one, man. You know what? I will say on my soapbox today, I think what Jordan said earlier has been resonating. It's not, it's who is around you. And I always say it too. If you're the 4 millionaires, you'll be the fifth. So, hey, putting you guys around me has changed for us, has changed things for me. And I think we're going to continue to put ourselves around the right people so that we can continue to change. And I'm excited for that. I'm excited to see you in October. We'll be around a lot of other folks then, and we'll grow out our relationship tree. And I'm excited about that, man. So put yourself around great people who are going in the direction you want to go.
100%, bro. You need to be around the right people. When you guys surround yourself with the right people, proximity is fucking power. And it's very true. Like, me and Jordan and Nelson and Louie would not be taking down this 24 unit right now if we weren't together. Like, we would have just wholesaler brain would have been on. We would be trying to wholesale this shit. But now we're about to get ourselves 300, give or take 300 grand a year of additional income just from fucking taking this shit down. So just make sure, if you guys are wondering like why your life sucks and everyone you're hanging out with, life also sucks and they're just fucking like not working to get better and they're not on a different path and you don't have to only be around rich people, but you got to be around people that are actually on the same level as you, people that are trying to go to the same place as you if they're not at the same level as you. And as long as that's aligned, you guys will elevate yourselves. But if you're always around people that are just doing the same old shit they've been doing for the last 10 years and they still haven't had any success yet, there's a reason why, guys. So get the fuck away from those people. Surround yourself with the right people, and you guys will be successful yourselves. So, Nelson, appreciate you coming up here. Let's keep running these fucking bags up. We're waiting for this wire to hit today, another 15 grand. And let's get it, bro. Let's get it. Everybody go have a good rest of your day, and I will see you guys tomorrow.